I think Uche needs a mic. He has one, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that would be. Let me call number one.
Our Father who art in heaven, nna anyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day Chukwabiama benigwe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time.
Yeah.
All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you.
Biafra Republic!
Peace, unity, progress, and equity.
Biafra Republic!
Peace, unity, progress, and equity.
You must understand this. The greatest task on this very earth is to get a black man to reason like a human being. The same way, it's just like trying to keep an Igbo man away from gossip. Hey, it's impossible now. Come on, for goodness sake. How can you keep an Igbo man away from gossip? Oh no, please, give me a break. Anywhere there is gossip, you find them there. Gossip, the gossip is sweeter than honey for Igbo man. Gossip. Unverified rumors and gossip is like honey to them. That is how hard it is trying to remove the bottle from the mouth of a baby saboteur. Is as hard as trying to get a black man to reason properly.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots,
They did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots. As one brother wrote very eloquently, he said there are saboteurs everywhere, that every ethnic group have their own saboteurs, but there is something special about an Igbo sabo. that an Igbo saboteur is the special breed altogether. That his own sabo is spiritual saboteur. What drives him or her, he or she wouldn't know. If they try to be like you and they cannot be like you, the next thing is envy. And another thing is, what do I do to bring him down to my level? They're going to sabotage. That's the way they are. It's in their nature. Nobody can take that away from an Igbo man. It's how they are. That's how they are wired.
All right. So we are reading from the book of Obadiah, from chapter 1 from verse 10. He said, "For violence against your brother Jacob, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever." Are you all listening? Let me repeat it again. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, say, "For violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever." All of you have seen the way the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, you know that this is a special week we are, okay? What has happened today? Some of them, all the things they have done in the past, they have gone back to it and start taking glory. They are taking glory. After they wage violence against their own brother. Let me read from 11. In this one, go to Nigeria. "In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers carried captive his forces, when foreigners entered his gate and cast lot for Jerusalem, even you were as one of them." Hey! Are you people following? The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 11, say, "In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers, Fulani government and their politicians, strangers carried captive his forces, when strangers entered his gate, when strangers entered our land and they cast lots for Jerusalem, even you, the people that claim they are fighting for Biafra, even you were one of them. Even you were one of the strangers. Even we are going to do wonders. I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and then begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there. Any day, anytime.
Prayer. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clear eye. The thing I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Simon Ekpa, not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states, not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must take directive. And
all of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Federal Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. Message. Biafra men and women hear that ugly message from those that claim they are following our Prime Minister. Meanwhile, they were planted to destroy what we are doing. And it is the task of each and every one of us here to make sure that Biafra land is a land where respect for men and women exists. Respect, equity, justice, inequality exists. That is what the United States of Biafra is going to stand for. Anybody following individuals that believe that therefore cannot talk to them, those crop of individuals do not belong to the current Biafra we are building. Nobody will bring them near. Not why some of us are here. So I'm going to get back in touch with you or give me a call in the next 24 to 48 hours. And we already have a plan in place. Our young men and women, nobody will demean you. Nobody will demean you. You all saw our attorney who confirmed our redeclaration. She's a young lady like some of you, and she knows what is playing out. She stood in Finland and declared that this generation, the next generation, can never, ever be undermined by any individual who believes because he is a man, he can undermine the woman in Biafra land. That will never happen. We will chase them so far from the leadership of this United States of Biafra. Thank you so much. Only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone to this fundraising. The finance department is going to figure out if our fundraising is going to be weekly fundraising, it's going to be bi-monthly fundraising. That information is going to come to us as quickly as possible. We must maintain, we must continue to do whatever our minister wants us to do to raise the money we need to source to fund our struggle. And we will continue to do that without adding any extra stress on Biafrans in any form or shape. That is why the finance and budgeting department will take it from there and inform us appropriately when our fundraising is going to be going on. So on that note, I welcome everyone. And we are going to declare this fundraising for the United States of Biafra open. Again, like I've said, there's only one instruction, one order. There's only one place. The legitimate fundraising for the United States of Biafra, Briggy, under His Excellency Simon Ekpa, will go today. And that is the New Dimension mandate. That's the only approved account. And then the account that's been approved in Homeland. So when you click on the New Dimension mandate, you scroll down, you will see the Homeland donate account. And we're already getting a lot of reports that the Homeland people are donating to that account. Thank you so much, Homeland people, for following that instruction and making your donations as we are getting updates on the donations from the different 40 states in Homeland. Thank you so much. On that note,
Biafran itsenäisyyttä ajava nigerialaisryhmä on kokoontunut Lahteen. 5-päiväisessä tapahtumassa ryhmä on tehnyt Biafran itsenäisyysjulistuksen. Tapahtuman taustalla on lahtelainen Simon Ekpa, joka vangittiin viime kuussa epäiltynä terrorismirikoksesta. Ryhmä suunnittelee huomiseksi Lahteen isoa mielenosoitusta Ekpan vuoksi. Hämeen poliisi seuraa tapahtumia.
We gathered in Helsinki last year for the preparation to today's event. And then we chose Lahti because our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, whom the Finland local authority says that he's inciting us, he's not here with us today. So we gathered here because this is a city where he lives. And we are used to Finland. They say he's inciting people. But we are fighting for our freedom. We have the right to self-determination. And that's exactly the same thing our Prime Minister is doing.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, well, maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans. Don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on today's program, wherever you are joining. I welcome every one of you, wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me in any of the platform, either you are watching from TikTok, you are watching from Facebook, or you are joining me in the David Hubbard channel, where I am hosting the program, I appreciate every one of you. I welcome you, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you. As many as have keyed in today, I appreciate you. I thank you for being part of the program. More especially those who are here with me on David Hubbard channel. I welcome you. If you are watching from TikTok, please tap the screen and share the program to other people so that they can join us. If you are watching us on Facebook, equally share the screen. Like and share. Information is power. We must carry everybody along. In doing that, I can't do it alone on my own. The social media is not our friend. They don't promote our program. But you have to help by sharing. That will go a long way to make sure that we reach out to people that are supposed to get this information. If every one of us in this platform, we bring one person and that person bring another person, you can know that we are unstoppable. That is why I urge you, each time you come in, try as much as possible, at least to bring one person by sharing. Bring one person in by sharing. It will go a long way to help us to reach out to people that we are supposed to reach out to. My fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom across the world, people of the world, those who love freedom, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed or followed our platforms, please do so. This platform where you are watching this program today is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. A platform that stands for the United States of Biafra. Under the command of our Prime Minister, Ngozi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. And on the supreme command of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, under the order of our Deputy Prime Minister, COS interim, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. That is where we stand. Each time you come across my videos or you see it, it's left for you to make your decisions where you stand. I stand for Biafra. I stand with Biafra. I am here to promote the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra is not a family meeting. It's not an age grade meeting. It is not made up of a particular tribe. It is people, the indigenous people in that place called Biafra, which is today the present South-South, Southeast, Lower Kogi, Lower Benue. And our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went ahead to say, wherever you are on that territory and your mother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran. It doesn't matter the nickname you decide to give to yourself. You can call yourself any nickname you like. We don't have any problem with that. But I want to remind you that your forefathers knows you as a Biafran. You can continue to deny it at your own risk. Today, the United States of Biafra has been declared on the 29th of November, 2024. After we gathered a vote of more than 60 million people who came together and they said that the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, should go ahead and make a declaration to take us all out of the Zoological Republic. It is a collective agreement. Every one of us gave our trust and our vote to the office of the Prime Minister under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Our Prime Minister has been running that affairs effectively, very well, without any problem, and every one of us trusts his judgment. If you do not trust the judgment of the Prime Minister, it means you are not under him and you are not working for his government. Everyone that worked under the government of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, trusts his judgment. And because we trust his judgment, we have been following every single instruction he has given, including the people he gave appointment and gave charge to take care of affairs of the Biafrans. We know the problem we are facing. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was kidnapped in Kenya, tortured for good 8 days, and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria. Some say they were going for political solution. And the government of Nigeria said they do not want political solution. That the supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has to pass through the law court. Whatever the law says is what they're going to obey. And we say no problem. Right from the onset, we have never ever had a trust or belief in the system called Nigeria or their law. But we allowed them to go through. The supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, went through the process of the court. And he won his case hands down. The court set him free. And one of the courts said that no one has the right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that contraption called Nigeria until they explain the situation surrounding his kidnapping from Kenya and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. Because you cannot stand on illegality and you begin to talk about legality. You must first of all clear your illegality before you can have that audacity to try somebody on legality. One of the court went ahead and said that compensation should be paid to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the abuse of his right and the torture, intimidation he went through in the hand of the zoo. The court that said it is not a Biafran court. It is a court under the contraption called Nigeria, their own judge, appointed by them, serving under them, that gave those orders. But as you all know, Nigeria is a lawless country. A country where the government is against its own people. A country where the government destroys its own people. They refuse to obey every single order that was given by their own court. Instead of letting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go, they returned him back to the lower court and told him to start afresh. Just a delayed tactics. They began to push different kinds of people to convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop the agitation. They have painted different blackmails against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including the fact when they came and told us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we should stop sit at home, a lie from the pit of hell. They went ahead to forge a letter and say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote that we should stop sit at home. And I asked them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have come to the court on several occasions. This is not the time where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot speak. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made speech to the press, not once, not twice, not thrice. And he has a free hand to make a speech on press. I want to ask every one of you watching, have you ever heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak on any of his press interview and said, stop the sit at home? It is a very simple sentence, a very short sentence that cannot take up a second. Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is so naive that he doesn't know the weight of his words? But we saw the attack that came, the manipulations. And we thank Chukwu Okike that he gave us somebody like the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa the Optobie against all odds, even when everybody fell down to the trick of the zoo, to the blackmail and propaganda of the zoo. He said, I will not bow to that fake write-up you brought. And he made it clear that until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joins us, we will move on to fight for him, because we do not have trust or hope either in their law court or in the system called the zoo. We fought all the battle then. So many of us who were with us then know how difficult it was. You know what our Prime Minister went through. So many of us were there from day one. So many of us were there even before he came in. But from that moment, he took over. When all hope is lost, when the Nigerian government succeeded in hijacking the IPOB established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and made it a political pressure group. They hijacked IPOB, made it a political pressure group. In fact, some of their governors begin to come out and say that IPOB have reached agreement with them. They surrendered. They became a political pressure group. And from then onset, we saw a clear line drawn. And our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa moved on and we marched with him. From then, we continued. And you can see from then going forward, wonders have been done. Mazi Simon Ekpa made some great move. Encouraged Biafrans on the seat at home. And the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never left the zoo until this moment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became the talk of their news. There is no news station that can finish their news without mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All for the effort of our Prime Minister. You can take it to the bank. Your envy and jealousy can make you to deny it, but who cares? Your blackmail, propaganda, hatred cannot change the truth. The truth will remain the truth. Just a question of time. The zoo in their criminal act use some people who supposedly are to be Biafrans, people who are supposed to be fighting to free themselves, they turned against the Prime Minister. Some of them came and they pretend to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You meet them on their media, conventional media, they will praise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the angel of light. Oh, he was truthful, he was gentle, he was kind. But I urge you, each time you hear these people in their conventional media, can you please go back and check what they were doing before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested? Can you go and check what were they doing before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? These people that come today on their conventional media and tell you how good and eloquent Mazi Nnamdi, how truthful Mazi Nnamdi, how a prophet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was. Every single one of them were part of the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Exactly what you are seeing today. The way they are treating our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa today is the same way they were treating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. More especially, every politician from the southeast, every Igbo politician and elites, the same way they are treating our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa today was the way they treated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no difference. Except you are not following them. Except you are just ignorant and you're not paying attention. But I bet you, the same way they are talking about our Prime Minister today, the same attack, there is nothing changed. It is exactly the same thing they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until they even participated actively, contributed money and volunteered for the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and extraordinary rendition. They brought him to Nigeria. And even when he got to Nigeria, they made sure that he's not released. If not for the actions of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, it would have been a different ballgame. But our Prime Minister made them to realize that even though you are in the bed with the British doesn't own our life and they do not own the world. There are still some reasonable and responsible people out there. Even in Britain, even in the UK, there are responsible people there. And Obatobie went all out and continued to do what he's doing. Because of Obatobie, the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gained weight. That the call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became the order of the day. There is nobody from the southeastern part of Nigeria, nobody from Biafra land, more especially the politicians from Igbo land, none of them can come and make a complete speech without mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only person that made that possible is our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is because of Mazi Simon Ekpa that no politician, no elite can come to conventional media and make a complete sentence without requesting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All thanks to our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. He decided to divert the attention and they channeled their anger on him. They called him different kinds of names. They pushed all manner of attack against him. They wrote petition, even they put a price tag on his head. Nothing. In the open, they put a price tag on his head. Contributed money, sent assassins. He took the bullet. He took the pain. He took the shame. He took all accusations to make sure that he never betrayed Mazen Nandekan, that he keeps the promise that he made. He said he will continue to follow Mazen Nandekan no matter what. As long as Mazen Nandekan continue to stand for Biafra, that he would never, ever disappoint him. And he kept his words. One of the most important things he did, even if you are an enemy, it doesn't matter how you hate him, I want you to know that it is because of our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa today that the Mazen Nandekan name is in the mouth of every single politician, every living being that matters in Biafra land. They cannot make a full sentence without demanding for the release of Mazen Nandekan. Mazen Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, changed the narratives. And today, even though they are not sincere on the call for release of Mazen Nandekan, none of them is sincere. But that word, they can't hide it anymore. They can't keep that word. They can't swallow it. They cannot swallow that word, demanding and asking for his release. They can't stop. All thanks to our Prime Minister. Even though we know that they are not sincere, because we saw that the petition that made Mazen Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, to be invited by the Finnish local authority, the petition that made him to stay out of the social media, that made him incommunicado, came from the same people he's protecting, the same people he's fighting for. And most sadly, from the wives of those people who have piloted this very affair at one time or the other. The women who their husband have been on the end of affair at one time or the other. We saw the appointment of Bianca. Biafrans shouted and cried, and our Prime Minister warned her, stay clear, be on your lane. You are a politician, we respect you as your politician, go with your political career. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumugojuku, his title remains for him as our eternal general. Never changes. And we continued. We moved on. But did he stay on her lane? She did not stay on her lane. She went further in connivance with the same ex-wife of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekan. And they wrote their petitions, made their moves, and our Prime Minister was restricted by Finnish local authority. And they thought we were going to stop there. But all thanks to Chukwu Kabiama. Before Abraham, Jesus was. Before they got to that extent, the Prime Minister had already laid a strong foundation. How things are going to run from the beginning to the end. So whether he speaks or he did not, the Prime Minister have put things in order. And the Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa, has been working closely with somebody who he himself appointed based on the authority given to him by the Biafrans and the trust. He also trusted somebody who works closely with him, and that person is nobody than Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the COS. If you don't know what COS is, go and Google. Read it by yourself, understand it. Don't allow somebody to interpret it for you. That is one of the things I do not understand. It's just like the pastors carrying the Bible to interpret it in the way it will favor them. That is the problem we have in Christianity today. The major problem we have in Christianity is that people who claim to be pastors, they will tell you that they dreamt, they had the revelation. I'm not telling you that dream is false. I'm not telling you I didn't dream with him. I'm not telling you that there are no revelations. I'm not telling you there are no prophecies, but so many of them interpret the words in the Bible to favor their own selfish and personal interest. Even the words of the Bible that are written in A, B, C, Bible is so wonderful that when you read, if it's a parable, it will be written parable. You will see it in parable. But you see them, you see the word that was written, even the word of Jesus, written in red, that you must not translate. They will begin to translate it and give it another meaning and tell you that it's a spiritual interpretation in order to convince you to get what they want. That is what is happening today. I want every one of you as Biafran that is watching this program or that is going to come and go by yourself and search for the meaning of COS, Chief of Staff. Go and check the responsibility of a Chief of Staff. In the military and in the civilian regime, go and check the duties of the Chief of Staff. After checking, then you come back, relate it to our own agitation that we are today. In this struggle, in this restoration movement, in this government of Biafra, the office of the Prime Minister is entrusted with that order and authority to lead us to where we are going. That office appointed somebody who oversees everything that is happening. In the absence of the Prime Minister, that office can run for years. That is why when the COS was speaking, she said that the Prime Minister must have put in place structure from beginning to the end. He had, as far as the government of our Prime Minister, except the government is not there. If that government is no longer in charge, if the government of the Prime Minister is no longer in charge, you can begin to change the structure. But as long as you believe and you trust on that his government is in charge, the structure remains the same. Whether you hear from him or not, that structure can run until you get to your destination. Get interpretation for yourself. Don't allow people to, even me, don't take my interpretation. Go to Google, go and make a research, the job, or ask questions to responsible people after making your own inquiries. If you read the Google interpretation, you don't understand it, the duty or the work, go and meet different people, neutral people, and ask them the responsibilities of the Chief of Staff. After gathering these information, you can now make up your mind and continue from there. I thank Chukwu Okike where we are today. We have made it this far. This platform, every morning we come to interact with each other. It is an interactive section. Wherever you are, you can join me on. The only thing that qualifies you to join us on this program is for you to be a human being. I have been an independent broadcaster from the time Mazin Nandekano was kidnapped, was arrested in 2015. That was when I came fully into the issue of Biafra. And from 2016, I started my broadcast as an independent, a consigned Biafran, because it is me, not about anybody. And when I speak, I stand based on the information I have, personally, my own verifications. I didn't start from Mazi Simon Ekpa. I started for a very long way. And I have not made mistake, but I am not perfect. But by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I have not joined the wrong bandwagon. No, I don't. And I do things I know I can do. You cannot force me to do what I know is wrong or what I cannot do. I know my capability, I know my capacity, I know the length I can go. You cannot push me above what I know I can be able to take. It's been a long time. And on the time of Mazi Simon, but from the first day, from the very first day, I saw Mazi Simon Ekpa. Even when he has not started talking about Biafra issue open. When I tell you the very place I saw his first video, most of you will not believe it. When he was building that very platform, the YouTube platform, that was when I knew Mazi Samareba. Then we were in a Igbo YouTubers. Any one of you that have heard about that before, Igbo YouTubers, that was where I saw his video. What we do in that Igbo YouTubers is that all the YouTubers that are Igbos, they share their videos in that platform. We help each other to grow our platform. That was where I saw the video of our Prime Minister. First time. That time he's just trying. That time is that very YouTube that they brought down. His subscribers then. His subscribers are not even up to 500. That was when he was trying to build that platform. He came into that platform. What we do is to watch everybody watch each other, subscribe to each other, and we are growing. Igbo YouTubers. But now that very group have left it for a long time. Not unfortunately, years ago. That was where I saw his video. Before I now came to his platform and saw him talking about Biafra, and I appeared in his platform on several occasions. Before Mazi Nnamdi introduced him, and from there, things began to go, and the absence of Mazi Nnamdi what transpired. And when we moved on and on and on until I came in, I became an insider. I attend cabinet meetings. Because of time difference and my locations and all that, if the meeting is placed on the time I'm not confident, I will not be there. But I will ask questions. And in this issue, Mazi Samareba is not somebody that does something in secret. He does everything in the open. So there is no need calling him privately or disturbing him or disturbing people. Like my beloved brother will go. If there is a meeting I didn't go, if I want to get information, I can call Ugo and ask him what happened, what transpired. If I cannot attend, if it's very important, sometimes Ugo will call me and tell me to come around. I will go. So when I speak to you here, I speak to you based on what I see, on what I have heard with my own ear, directly from the source, not somebody told me. I'm not like those people you call and you begin to gossip to, or you call, or you say you pay, or you give salary. I'm not part of those. You don't dare do that with me. Even gossip. I don't gossip about Biafra. Maybe after Biafra, after making my broadcast, you call me. I don't do that. I don't tolerate that. I don't have time for that. My focus is Biafra because it is my business. It is about my future. It is about my unborn children. It is not anybody's project. It is the project of every single one of us. Until you begin to take Biafran restoration as a personal, it's a personal thing, as your own personal business. Treat it like own personal business. You will continue to get confused. Until you begin to take Biafran restoration as your own, you will continue to get confused. I'm building all these backgrounds for you to understand. Whenever you are listening on this platform or you're hearing me, I am speaking based on what I have heard, on what I have seen, on what I have experienced from the direct source. So that you can be able to make up your mind. I don't force anybody to follow me or to listen to what I say. What I do is to give you the open book. After opening certain things that you ignore, then you make up your mind and make your decision because you'll be responsible for any decision you take. If you are a human being and you have a contribution to make, all you need to do is join me on David Herbert channel, click the link, and you will come in and make your contribution. Say your prayer. The only thing I ask that when you are coming in, please make sure you appear in a decent manner. Appear in a decent manner. We cannot admit you on this platform when you are appearing naked. It is not compulsory that you must show us your picture. Your voice is okay for us. If you want to appear with your picture, it is also allowed. The next thing is that when you are speaking on this platform, please try as much as possible to be civil. It doesn't matter how angry you are. It doesn't matter who offends you. Whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, present your argument. Logical argument. Present it. I am going to listen to it. Biafrans will be the judge. The whole world is watching us. We can't force you to believe what we say. You are entitled to your opinion. I'm not telling you to come here and play political correctness. Whatever is in the deep of your heart, throw it out. Let the world be the judge. It is the world that will decide whether you are smart or not. It's either you make yourself intelligent on the program or you show the people how ignorant you are. So I welcome everybody who have joined us, and we will continue as here. Today, I chose a topic which says United States of Biafra move to the next level, led by the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa Stroke, Deputy Prime Minister, COS Interim, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. We are moving to the next level. We are already on the journey to the next level. There's no stopping. The plan of the enemies, the plan of the zoo, the plan of their supporters is to make us stagnant and continue to complain and cry and fight each other. But no, we are moving forward. We treat the issue that has to be treated and we move forward. And I bet you, the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra has come. And the recognitions are on the way. And the restoration must happen, whether the enemy knife it or not. The restoration process has started, and we will get it through. I appreciate my beloved brothers that have already joined me. I can see Okosisi Ebon there. I can see Oyewowa. I appreciate every one of you. So, first of all, my brother Okosisi, can you go ahead and give us a word to the Biafran people, and feel free to speak your mind as you join. Go ahead, my brother Okosisi.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Chuk Survivor. Thank you for all you have done. Thank you for your doggedness and tenacity. Thank you for your determination, and thank you for where you stand. And I thank every other Biafrans that are listening to us this day. You know, when you were talking, you made mention of our Prime Minister have laid down all the structures on ground. If you look at all the ministers that were published by all the secretaries that were published by the DPM, you will find out that everybody that our PM appointed was there, except those who deviated. If they hadn't deviated, I know that maybe they would have retained their position or so. But in the nutshell, we thank our COS for standing firm, irrespective of the name calling and the insult that is coming from the other end. I can't imagine someone, stood so low to open a Twitter space and all what you hear is the COS, the COS, the COS, the COS. It pains me a lot, but we must continue. Just like as you said, we must continue. At the next level of which the United States of Biafra is heading on is recognition. And it is our own responsibility to stand by our COS. Because if not that woman, I tell you, even the declaration wouldn't have gone through, considering the things that are playing out now. It wouldn't have gone through. Somebody was talking in your program yesterday. I wanted to come in, but the network wasn't allowing me to come in. He said we shouldn't bring issues to the social media. I wanted to ask him, who are the people that brought the issue to the social media? But I couldn't. In another hand, the question was also thrown at him by you, which I really, really, really appreciated. And to this point, I don't know if he was able to answer that question, who brought the issue to the social media. Bringing issues to the social media, we tell you the plans that have been on ground even before the convention, and during the convention, and after the convention. That is why we all must stand firm and stand behind our COS, the Deputy Prime Minister. And another issue here, which I want to pass to the men on ground. I heard someone coming online to talk all sorts of things that is, they call him Holy Ghost, or I don't know what he's being called. If you are a man on ground, you are in Biafran army. The army of a country which we are trying to build is an army that have discipline. A disciplined organization. A disciplined army formation. That is what we are trying to build. If you are not disciplining yourself, bringing yourself to the social media, you are not doing it to ridicule the COS. You are doing it to ridicule yourself. Because with your IP and everything that is you are bringing on social media, and the people you are working with, I bet you, if care is not taken, they will be the one to bring you down. And everyone that is called men on ground, you have no jurisdiction. You have no jurisdiction in terms of discipline. Discipline yourself. You are not permitted to join forces with one group or the other, or to join side. Stay neutral. That is why in a country where maybe the president died during the course of service, the army will definitely remain neutral. To serve their country, they will remain neutral without you interfering in any side. I am very, very disappointed in that, brother. We are contributing to make sure that you people stand by us, defend our women and our children, defend our land. We are not contributing for you to be coming on social media to talk down on somebody who was appointed by your prime minister that you say you are under. That is insubordination. That is sabotage. The people clapping for you to come to online and say one thing or the other, they will be the one that will bring you down. Stay in your lane. Protect Biafrans. Fight for Biafrans. Stay on your lane. Even if somebody that is giving you food, supplying you food in that camp you are, and suddenly they stop the person, there is a reason that makes them to stop the person. You don't side that person because the person is bringing you food. There is a reason. Devise another means in which food can come into your camp. I'm giving that as an example. So if you see anybody that is being sacked or being disengaged, stay clear from that person for your own safety. In this struggle, we have seen a lot of things. We have seen different things in this struggle. People have died in this struggle. If you don't stay clear, if you think you know them in total, my brother, you don't know them. You only know yourself. You only trust yourself. Stay on your lane. Stay off from social media. If you are listening, stay off from social media. Do not take side. Do not take side. It is when the things you need are not being given, are not being supplied by the government. That is when you come out to say, look, we are not getting this. Why? And the people of Biafra will stand up and defend that with the government. The issue will be between the government and Biafrans, not you and the government. It's not done that way. Stay clear from this issue. You don't know what has been going on. You don't know the people who you are siding, what the atrocities they are committing in terms of information, character assassinations, and what have you. All these things are sabotage. We are building a new nation. So you all have to remain disciplined and not to be coming online and be spilling fire, speaking nonsense. If you are not contributing, you won't be there. Stay clear and respect that office of the Prime Minister. Respect that office. So all Biafrans, it is time for us to put hands together to support our COS, the Deputy Prime Minister, and the Biafran, the United States of Biafra, so that they can be able to work hard and work for our recognition. All these ones they are saying on social media and all that, our PM is listening. Our PM is watching. Don't be surprised. Even the day that they were in that Latin Square protesting. Don't be surprised. Our PM will be there watching you people. Don't just be surprised. If you are listening to the Zoom media, I'm sorry for you. Whatever the Zoom media bring to the public is false concerning our Prime Minister. Ask yourself, a Biafran, if you are a Biafran, you are listening to me, ask yourself, the Zoo government that brought out the issue of terrorism and our Prime Minister squashed that terrorism issue with evidence, and they later turned back to withdraw it. Why did they withdraw it? Ask yourself, why did they withdraw that terror? Because anything you do in the media, they are calling, why did they withdraw it? Why are they running from Finland? You people should ask yourself question. Why is Nigerian government running away from going to Finland or sending their delegates to Finland to go and defend the case they instituted? Why are they running? That is to tell you a lot of things. This is and they know why they are running. If the zoo tell you that they don't know, they know why they are running. They know why they are bringing up propagandas. They know. A very big trap is what our Prime Minister said for them. Let me clear it for you now. A very mighty trap. And they are running that they don't want to fall into that trap. They will fall in it. They are going to fall on that trap. At the end, they will be ordered to leave Biafra land with immediate effect. You will see what is going to happen. We just declare Biafra. Things are going and all that. You think if the Finnish government doesn't want us to declare that Biafra with all the shenanigans that they are doing, you think they would have been able to allow that? They know what they are doing. And we are strongly behind our prime minister. We are strongly behind the deputy prime minister. We are strongly behind the United States of Biafra government.
Thank you so much.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chooks, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. And keep up the good work. No matter what they say, no matter the name they call you, no matter the insult, keep up the good work. Stand where you stand.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, and I yield my mic.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you so much for that word you just made. Your statement and your speech is very accurate, and that is where we are today. And it just reminded me of something, which is one of the things I have to talk about today: the propaganda of the zoo. I don't know why any Biafran will be wasting his time to be listening to Nigerian conventional media. I don't know why. The conventional media of Nigeria are so corrupt and so shameless that they can come and paint the devil as an angel of light in broad daylight. You'll be seeing something in black, even lies that are very much verifiable. Just like the one they are pushing. All this while we have Mazen Nandikan have cried about the Zoo media. Our parents have cried about Zoo media. When we talk about Zoo media, people will think it's out of hatred, or maybe it is not. Look at the kind of report they are bringing about our prime minister. The one they are sharing that going viral, that he has been thrown into the toughest part of the prison in Finland. Number one is that Finland do not have such kind of prison. It doesn't exist anywhere. There is no such prison in Finland as we speak today. And the person they are talking about has not committed any crime. We have not seen him in court. Finland is not a country where somebody of that kind of credential, someone like Mazi Simon Eber, will be tried in the secret and sent to prison without even their media reporting it. Without their own media reporting it. No other international media reporting it. Even when the issue of Biafra is on the front page of every country. Up to the DC, the issue of Biafra is there up to the DC. We have lobbying firms lobbying for Biafra up to Washington, DC. We have representative lawyers, even in Washington, DC. We have not had any international media coming to speak about this condition that Mazi Samanaka have been convicted or he has committed any crime. But we see the zoo boldly, and it's the most shameful one is Sahara Reporter. And Showere will call himself a human rights activist. Showere will come and call himself a sincere person. And Showere will be there watching a media which he is part of propagate lies. Even if you can't go there, don't you have people? We have many of our Biafrans in Finland. They have their friends in Finland. Why don't you call them and ask them? Is Finland so far that their own correspondent cannot go on the ground and make interview? And that is how bad the zoo is. Even in Nigeria, you can imagine that something will happen in Lagos State, in Oshodi, maybe in Oshodi. Something will happen in Oshodi. Channel television is in Lagos State, and yet they cannot send a correspondent that very place where the issue happened and interview the people on the ground. They sit in their office and wait for a phone call. And when the phone call comes, whatever they say on that phone call is what they're going to propagate. And they don't care when they lie. They don't care. But I thank you, Madam Biafrans are smarter. This is not the time you're going to convince Biafrans to begin to think of a different direction or begin to change their mindset. That time has gone. The restoration of Biafra, the declaration of Biafra have been done. It doesn't matter what they try to distract people not to think. We will celebrate. That is why I play the video of that very declaration each time I start my program. I will continue to play it for those who have opportunity to see it. It is something that has been done and it stands. There is nothing anybody can do to stop it. My brother Onyenwowa, if you are there, let's hear from you. Are you there, Onyenwowa? Are you there? I think you are at work and you're busy. Let's hear from you if you're there. Go ahead and speak to us, Onyenwowa.
Took survivor.
You're welcome, my brother.
I greet you, my brother.
Welcome.
Thank you for the good work that you are doing. I greet the panelists.
You're welcome.
I'm Zoo Janjaweed Media. We know them and we know their game. That's why the international media or international don't recognize them.
Absolutely.
Because every of their thing is propaganda and lies. They don't take them serious. I don't know how can a country be living in lies? A whole country. A whole big as a zoo. We be living in lies. And do you think that a country that is living in lies can be better? It will never be better. Because the unborn generation and the generation that is coming up, you are feeding them with lies, propaganda. How do you want the country to be better? It can never be better. Unless you scatter everywhere, everybody go his own way. Let's not deceive ourselves. You know, this Biafra that we are building, I don't think some people understand what our PM said. First of all, let me salute our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, wherever they are, and our CSO. Because the Biafra that we are building, our Prime Minister said he will bring Finland to Biafra land, coupled with European standard. That means if you're an army, you will do on your land. If you are a policeman, you do on your land. If you are immigration or custom, they on your land. Nothing concerns you with politics. Don't from here jump to here. Don't from here jump to here. That's why I respect some. If you're a policeman, they on your land. That's why I respect police people and their soldiers so much. You can't see them dangling with matter that doesn't concern them. They may see people fighting. They will be going their way. It is not their job. A soldier will see people fighting in this Europe. They will be going there. It's not their job. People that owns the job will come and take care of that.
Exactly.
You will see them. Soldiers will see an illegal migrant in the street. It's not his job. He will leave him and go his own way. The job of those people will come and take care of those ones. You can't leave their job and be doing another job. That is the Biafra we are trying to build. What concerns men on ground to dive into politics? What will be your concern is when that your money did not come to you, then you can raise alarm. You are free to have a spokesman, but you don't have the right to dangle into politics. You don't even have the right. These people don't understand the Biafra. That's why sometimes I pity our Prime Minister, because he's only one person. And when they tell you, our people sometimes they behave like small picking. You know, small picking, when you come out him from here now, say don't go here, he will go there back. Maybe have been lecturing this army of a thing, lecturing them and some of our people. But when you tell them something based on that mentality of the zoo, don't they their brain? You correct them, finish, they will still go back there. Waiting concern these people because I commented on the program that he is doing. Every time you run and come out to media, something that you did not know, you only hear what the lies that they told you. Even though they told you lie, even though they told you anything, you don't have to dangle into what you don't know. Mind, focus. That's why sometimes the zoo people will boss you people in by suddenly. Because when you did not focus, you are thinking something else. Our own job here is to contribute. And your own day is to focus and save the people, save the land. But when you did not get what you are looking for, what they're supposed to give you, then you can complain. And not to come, you know the right place to go and complain, not to come on social media and be talking. Small time they say, you go say, then track you, then track on, then do this. But you are the one exposing yourself. Every day you rush come on, only you know how to use Facebook, only you know how to use YouTube. Every day you rush come on social media. Don't you know they are monitoring you people?
You see, some of them
you are secure, you know what you are.
Some of them do not know, they don't know that phone that you are using, as long as you continue to use phone, wherever you are on the planet Earth, it's question of minutes. Question of minutes. Expert will dictate where you are.
I don't really understand this people. Waiting concern you. Your brother may be among the people that is causing all this problem. And then not only you get brother where there is social media. Why should you dangle into what doesn't concern you? Please, I'm begging all this our army. They should keep calm and focus their job. Police will focus on his job. Leave us here. We know the right thing to do. Anybody will fuck up, we go treat them fuck up. As our CSO, they treat them fuck up now because they need to be treated as sabo, because that is what they are. You can't tell me that you are a finance minister and they call you to come and explain how this big. You'll be feeling stubborn. That how can woman? But he is your command after our prime minister. She is the next person. Yeah, see from back, that's what I'm saying now. You come from back, jump up, but it doesn't happen like that. Everything again, step by step. Then it lets for you to come in. But as far as she's still there, you have to bow. You have to bow. That's my own. And again, true survivor, I have a question for you because I have been defending you with this Sonny Akparawa said.
Okay.
Since our prime minister, because when he said this thing, I commented, say maybe it's because of you people. Because I know you people, I know Sonny, he said that since our prime minister has been hosting space and hosting program, you have never come into the program live. Why did you come this one? Why did you come into this one? Why did you come into this? That means you are a sabu. then I commented that it may be you people behavior, you people character. Look at you. Ajere is my friend. I used to, but even though if you are my friend, any day you fucked up, I will tell you, Oga, you don't shit for church. It may be your behaviors, you people behaviors, make that young man not to join you.
I never hear this one. I'm just hearing this one.
He just said it. He said it on. I used to go to their program now.
You know, I don't pay attention to all those things. And when I hear certain things, it's so funny. It's so funny. You see, okay, even you see, for me, the way I do my programs, I don't force myself into things. As we are there, every one of us that we are in that media team, we have our private meetings when we have meetings and we talk. And I have told them in that very meeting on several occasions, you know, we are in different locations. Every one of us, we don't have the same timing.
Yes.
Our time zone is different. Yes. And majority of us are in Europe. So I wouldn't tell them to change the time because of me that is on different place. Yeah. You can't change the time because they have the majority of people. So anytime I am free, if it collides with my time, sometimes I will force myself to join the program. Sometimes I will stay awake throughout the whole night. I will not sleep, and they feed the program in the morning, and I have to do some other work in the morning. So when it becomes too much, I cannot be able to cope. And I explained this to them several times, and they, during that time, they really understood me, and they didn't mind. I explained it to them. Even up to now, I'm supposed to be in all the space program that is being held by the United States of Biafra. I'm supposed to be in all the space, but the situation doesn't warrant that I will be there, and my own schedules and the location is different.
Yes.
People in the Europe and people in the US, we have different time zones. And when the time, just imagine when I'm sleeping, maybe around like 3 in the night. Sometimes I can 7 be away for the program. 3 o'clock, I've slept off already. All of a sudden, the program will start by 3 o'clock my own time, 3 a.m. my own time, and end around 7:30 in the morning. You see how difficult it is. So
good.
One time I cannot be able to be able to cope. Only sometimes I squeeze out my time.
It's good as
each time our Prime Minister broadcast, if our Prime Minister have a special broadcast, I will always be on that program. But it is not compulsory I must speak. What am I going to say?
Yes.
Even Prime Minister said it, even on our own private meeting. This same person that is talking now, he's the one that said that when we come to space, we should allow people to ask questions.
Those
of us who are inside, why must you occupy the space and begin to talk when the Prime Minister is there to answer people? Am I the one that will not answer the question that I have answered already? So they are just the moderator, and all of us cannot be moderating. I cannot be moderating. Van be moderating. I will be moderating. We'll go be moderating. It will be chaos.
No, sir.
And me, I am not after advertising myself. Every platform I have, I built it by myself. I built on my platform not because I was talking for Biafra.
And you have something. And you have something doing too.
On my platform, you see, even when this issue was in, my platform was not mentioned. My platform was not mentioned, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything to me. What we are chasing is Biafra. That collective interest is what matters to me. I don't have to come and say, make a call the post, they stay there, let me dominate the talk so that Biafrans will know I'm the one speaking. It's nonsense. That is rubbish.
Yes, sir.
All you need to do, wherever corner you find yourself, in that your little corner, and don't go and carry a burden you cannot carry. Don't go and say, take it upon your head, oh, I will be the one to speak here, I'll be the one to speak here. You end up being jack of all trade and master of none. That's one you can do. One,
and you have work that you are doing too.
Go ahead, my brother. I am not hiding. I'm hiding for the very first time.
So it is good that you clear the air now, because what I believe in them is that when propaganda finish, they will be looking. They will be looking every corner to find another one to join their. They'll be looking every corner to join their propaganda. You understand? You can't live with propaganda. And the Bible say too much of everything is bad. You can't live with propaganda always. You understand? You can't live with propaganda always. When propaganda too much, that means you become a sabo. He said this thing. I was why do these people say this thing? I say maybe because of the way they behave, maybe their behavior. But as you have cleared the air now, even as I joined your program, you was talking something related to that. I said, okay, I see. But these people, their problem is this. I don't know why they don't want to. They don't want to obey our CSO because of maybe little change or notice me. I don't understand. The Biafra that we are fighting is Biafra of live and let live. Live and let live. Not where the bigger ones will be swallowing the smaller ones. Or not where women will not get her own respect. Only men will get. In Europe, they respect women, which you know, more than anywhere. I don't know how the thing will come in our own side. It will be different. This and that. That means and you no get swag. No get swag, number one. He can't speak in public, but without drinking alcohol. He can't speak in public. Look at how he was messing herself up after declaring Biafra. After we have restored Biafra, after we have redeclared Biafra, you come again to say the Biafra will still redeclare again on 2nd. Is it not that is a mentality?
Insubordination of the highest order. That was what he did.
That is what do we call that? Is it not insubordination and lack of no sense?
I can't understand their reasoning.
Is it not lack of no sense? How can our CSO, if everything have been settled, we have redeclared Biafra, you come again?
Yeah, everybody celebrating,
Everybody celebrate. I don't understand that. Last time they were playing the first man that read out our redeclaration. Say this is the man. I say if on a player and finish, let Shem Gruna go play that Ogenkere nonsense that he did that day. If you play this one finish, you go and bring that to your. Even I go want you. Sometimes you play that play, just cut it small because people did not understand what this man did. People and they forgot that our leader PM said that he is monitoring the zoo. That declaration may happen before on 2nd, but they believe they followed our PM, but they are not following at all. My brother, thank you very much. Keep on your good work.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for that very wonderful speech you just made. I appreciate you and every Biafran that is watching. For me, I don't pay attention to all those. I'm focused on the restoration of Biafra and the way forward. I didn't even know that they are they are worried. They say I'm not becoming. Even this time now. Initially, I used to do my live stream. My live stream before used to be 1 hour, at most 1 hour 30 minutes. At most 1 hour 30 minutes. But this time, when there is chaos everywhere, when there is confusion everywhere, when there are a lot of lies everywhere, I need to extend my time now. I broadcast 3 hours, 4 hours. It is not easy for me to do, but I have to force myself to do it. And now there are many Twitter programs that are being held by the United States of Biafra media. I am in a platform. I am in the group. But most of the programs I can't be able to attend because of my location. And every one of them know about this problem. They all know about it. They all know about it. So they know. They know because of my program that I cannot be able to join them in most cases. But whenever it is very, very necessary and there is no way I can be able to have it, I will squeeze out my time and I will come and I will be there from the beginning to the end. Sometimes I even join at the middle, I will go out. It is not easy. And I cannot say this is not my job. It's not my daily job and my means of earning money or means of livelihood. No, I have means of livelihood and I have to do that work also. This one is just to promote our collective interest and fight for something that concerns us. Where I'm doing, nobody is paying me. I'm not doing it for any payment or whatever. I'm doing what I have to do to promote the restoration of Biafra. So anybody that is angry that I don't come to all the program, on our meeting, I have explained to them individually. I have explained to them. In our meeting, I spoke about it and I told them, this is my problem and I cannot be able to meet up to it. So whenever I'm free, I will be there. Even when we are having our collective joint media program, when we are having joint media meeting, I'm always there, but it becomes difficult when they cannot be able to keep the time. You will fix a time for the media meeting, then you will come 1 hour after the time. And when you add that additional 1 hour, it has now destroyed my own program. I cannot be able to cope up, and there's no way I can be able to be coming at. Or maybe we are fixing a media meeting, then you change the time and fix the time that is only convenient for you, and you don't consider people who are on a different direction. So when the time does not align with my own self and doesn't convenient with me, not that I'm angry. I'm not angry about it. There are people who are there to speak. They go ahead and speak. My own job is that on daily basis, every blessed day, I must give my broadcast. Sometimes twice. And I post videos to promote the issue of Biafra. I make posts at least 4 or 5, 6 every day. I have 2 channels I'm running. In those 2 channels, I post at least 3 videos or 2, 6 videos every day on Biafra alone. I'm also on Facebook. Every of my Facebook handles, I have about 4 Facebook handles that I'm running. Those 4 Facebook handles, I supply them with videos on daily basis. So it is not like as if maybe I fold my hand. I am doing a lot of them. But when it comes to be and post, because I want to stand beside my sister, whatever, when my sister I speak, I will speak. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I can't go and begin to push myself, so that you will hear me speak with my sister before you understand. Even the media team, before the media team was formed, I was in the platform of my sister. I was speaking with him on platform. I entered his program. The day he was making that suggestion, I was with him. I told him that when the media team is going to be formed, I will be there. But when it was formed, I saw the way they were doing. I kept quiet because my mission is not to advertise myself. It is not to advertise myself. It is to advertise Biafra, the United States of Biafra. And for me to advertise Biafra, it doesn't need anybody to push it. It is the Biafran people that will listen and decide and get the real information. Every single platform I have built, I built it myself. I didn't build it because I put the name of Biafra there. You see, most of my platform, I put my own name. I don't use that name Biafra because some people will think that I'm using it to advertise. No, it is. It's not. That is why in most of my platform, I use my own name. Chook Survivor that I built, it was Biafra issue that spoiled it. The first platform I used that has thousands and thousands of followers. This is a small platform. My biggest platform was brought down because of Biafra issue. The biggest platform I used, the very first platform that I used before, it was brought down. I lost about 3 platforms because of the issue of Biafra. And I built them on my own. Everything I was doing on my own. My Prime Minister have used my videos most of the time to do program. He used my videos to do program, even before all of them came on board. He was in my video, but I don't push myself forward because I know my limitations. I know the things I can do. I know my capacity. And those things I know I want to avoid any misconception. And I'll try as much as possible to distance myself from all those misconceptions. That is why I don't call people privately to discuss anything. I don't. I work based on information I gather online and the ones I see on places I attend meetings. So my fellow Biafrans, every one of us should be focused. If you know what you will do to promote the United States of Biafra, do it. Don't wait for anybody to promote you or beg you or clap for you. Don't wait for any clap from anybody. Do not wait for anybody to clap for you. If you know what you will do, because this United States of Biafra we're talking about, it is my business. Take it as your personal business. If you know the way you will treat your business and make sure it's wrong, that is where you have to follow the issue of Biafra. Anytime that is convenient for you to speak, use that little minute and speak. It is not compulsory you must speak where everybody will notice you and know that, oh, this guy is the one shouting for us. Oh, no, it is not necessary. It is not necessary. It must not be on that gathering where the whole people will know you. In every little place you find yourself, there are so many of us that are propagating Biafra that you can't see online. You will never see them online. But when they go on meetings, engagement on the ground, face-to-face meeting, they talk to people about the issue of Biafra. They face wars, they argue, they fight on people because of Biafra. It doesn't mean that those of us who are in the front line or those of us who are in the media that we are the ones that propagate it best and we are the ones that are struggling and fighting. But it is not so. There are people who are doing a greater job than even some of us that are putting our face there. So whichever area you find yourself, do what you have to do sincerely without any expectation. That is why I tell people, I always say it on my program, everybody is telling the truth. Anybody you see, you say, I am telling the truth, I am telling the truth, I am telling the truth. We all know this truth. But the motive behind that truth we are telling is what will determine whether you are truthful or not. The motive behind what you are saying will determine whether you are truthful or not. It's not just about saying it. Everybody knows the truth. That is one is clear. Chukwu have given us that wisdom, knowledge, and all that. The common sense in us shows us the truth. Anybody that is of age and say he doesn't know the truth is a liar. It is not difficult to find the truth. It becomes difficult for you when your heart is hardened. It becomes difficult for you when you have a wicked heart. When your heart is poisoned, that is when it becomes difficult for you to identify the truth. That is why I tell people, Before you can be able to summarize and know whether somebody is truthful, look at the motive. When you see your brother, take for example, you see the police chasing your own brother. You are living abroad. You see police chasing your brother. They want to catch him. Maybe he doesn't have his documents. Maybe he did something. They are chasing your brother, and you saw your brother run into a certain place. And they come and ask you, where did that your brother run? Truthfully, you know where that your brother ran to. But to save that life, to secure that life, for you to say, oh, I must tell the truth, I will tell them the truth. Look at where he entered. You are not telling the truth. You are just being wicked. Even though what you pointed at is where he has hidden, and you expose him, he's arrested, he got into trouble, and you say, I only told the truth. The motive behind it is wicked. That your wickedness is not truth. It can never be truth. There was another example in the Bible, where somebody was told that when you get to a place, the wife, he was told to claim that his wife is his sister. God told him to say, I've forgotten the name of that great guy in the Bible, that God told, when you get to a place, tell them that your wife is your sister. And he did, to save a situation. To save a situation, he did. So that is why, when you see people telling you, I am telling you the truth, look at the motive behind that word. Look at the motive. That is how you can be able to identify sincere people. That is how you can be able to identify truthful people. Even the most wicked man, even Satan tells you the exact words. They tell you the exact word. When Satan told Adam and Eve that when you eat the fruit, your eye will open. Is it not true? Is it not true? When Satan told Adam and Eve, when you eat the fruit, according to how we read in the Bible, those of us who are Christian, Satan told Eve that Adam and Eve that when you eat this fruit, your eye will open. Is it not true? Didn't their eye open? Their eye opened. But what is the motive behind what Satan said? Disobedience. Satan made them to disobey God. Satan made them to disobey God. The instruction was, don't eat this fruit. That is the instruction. Whatever be the outcome, whether your eye will open, your eye will open, no, that one doesn't concern you. Do not eat the fruit is the instruction. And somebody came with a truth to make you disobey the order. What was that truth? When you eat, your eye will open. Then when your eye open, do you know what is going to be the consequence of your eye being open? You don't know. But that half-truth they told you. The half-truth is that eat the fruit and your eye will open. They ate it and their eye opened. At the end of the day, the result is what we are facing today. So you see, thank you, my brother, Ezra. Exactly, Ezra. So you see, sometimes before you can identify whether somebody is lying or being truthful, is to look at the motive. Start from the motive before you can be able to accept any nonsense that person is bringing before you. If you can be able to do this, you will run away from a lot of trouble. If you can be able to do this, you will run away from a lot of trouble. Just like the zoo you are seeing today. The major problem when you see them, the zoo is already gone. It's already gone. It's gone. It's gone. But they continue to push lies and propaganda, make you believe that it's going to work. You come to the conventional media, you see them talking trash. I thank God today that today, the person that is now speaking what we have said in the past, what Mazen Nadigan have said and the person have said, is now a Yoruba lady. A Yoruba lady came in, a top politician in the UK. A top politician. You see her stance about Nigeria. A very clear stance. But I can tell you that some people now will tell you, de-associate yourself from Kemi. De-associate yourself with, there are still things people can offer. There are still genuine people out there. In all tribes, in all religion, in all locations, there are still sincere people. There are people that know the truth. When you see those people, identified with them. You see Kemi, she said, I am a Yoruba first. But when we come here, we'll tell you Biafran first. Some of you will be looking at it as if it's a joke. When we say put Biafra first in anything you are doing, you are first of all Biafra before you become a Christian. You are first of all a Biafran before you become a Muslim. You are first of all a Biafran before you become a Hindu. You are first of all a Biafran before you become a Jewish. You are first of all Biafra before you become anything ever you are. Put it first. And those who knows what it is and sincere to themselves, put it first. Look at Kenny exposing the zoo for what they are. Telling the zoo to their face, you are a terrorist country. You know, when we call them a terrorist country, they say we are abusing their country. But today, a top politician, a Yoruba lady, a top politician, before the whole world is making open confession about the issue of Nigeria. You can imagine what they would say if it was to be an Igbo man or Igbo woman. If it were to be an Igbo woman that made a comment KB made, the whole internet would be on fire. They would say Igbo people again, that we don't want their progress, we don't want them to succeed, that we are the one destroying their country. They will blame us, we are the ones. But look at a top politician telling them that the only solution is to divide the zoo. She is a Yoruba and she has nothing to do with your northern terrorist section. She has nothing to do. The same thing we are saying, that we have nothing to do with the northern terrorist people. Let every region go their separate ways. But when we say it, they interpret it in a different form. And I would like to play that her video where she was confessing and even saying about the criminality of their police. She mentioned about the criminality of Nigerian police, that they are armed robbers. When we say they are terrorists in uniform, you know, people, they say we're making war. They say, why are you abusing your country? This is a top politician in the US. Before the whole world is saying that your Nigerian terrorist police are armed robbers. They rob the citizens. And you think they don't know what is it? They know. I want to play that video. After playing this video, I would like my brother Okosi to make a speech on it. Let's watch.
Police. I do. But you know, remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. You know, the police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, "Well, you know, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch."
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so you know, people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, for example, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch, they did catch criminals. And now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything. And I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics. And that's another thing that we need to look at.
Let's talk about some of the social issues that have exploded here.
You heard her say it, that the police in Nigeria are robbers.
The British
Hear
police.
it.
I do. But you know, remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. You know, the police in Nigeria would rob us. You know, the police in Nigeria would rob us.
Did you hear it?
The police in Nigeria would rob us. You know, the police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I have,"
telling you that police in Nigeria, they are robbers. When we say it here, they say we are destroying their country, we are painting them black, and we are lying. But you have seen it from a top politician in the UK, a Yoruba woman saying it. Okosisi, are you still there?
My brother, I'm here.
Go ahead, my brother. Make a speech on this. You know, when they say that we talk, this one, somebody else talk, don't be Biafra talk.
In fact, this is the straw that break the camel's back. But what she said, I'm asking those one Nigerianists, what Kemi said, was it a lie?
I wonder.
That is the gospel truth. What she said was exactly what is going on
every day
in that enclave of death. That is what is going on there. Thank God is coming from the side of the Yorubas. If it were to be an Igbo woman or a Biafran woman that said this, the entire internet would have been on fire.
On fire.
Now, can you differentiate what she said and what our PM have been saying? Is there any difference there?
No difference.
There's no difference. So where is the incitement coming from? You see that one, this zoo is finished. The zoo is finished. Nigerian police, they are criminals. If they see you, that you have money in your car, they will kill you, collect the money, and put gun in front of you.
Exactly.
The same thing with the so-called military you see. There is no difference. Once they see that you have money with you, you are a gunner. Once they see you. There was a time I came to Lagos. I want to buy some things which I need to supply to Port Harcourt, and I drove alone. In the night, I said, okay, let me go to what's it called? This place by this Alaba International Market.
Yeah.
I was having about 4 million naira cash in my car. The God that saved me was that the car was using then one small Mr. Bushy. That's what I use in going to that market. There's a place that you will put all the money in this world there. Nobody will see it. That is where I hid the money. Just by Yanoba there, that was where these police people stopped me. I was molested that very night. All the money they catch, they can lay hand on. They collected it by Yanoba. They collected everything. My laptop was I hid my laptop because I was hiding them because of all these criminals in within that Michael, Yanoba and all that. I never knew that even the police were they are the major criminal. Everything in my hand was collected that day. Now tell me, if they have seen that money, my brother, I wouldn't have been alive today to tell the story. That is what Nigerian is. I have had series of people, especially our people that are going home for Xmas. When they find out that they have money, they will kill them, collect the money, and put gun in front of them. Everybody you see.
I don't know whether if you remember a story some time ago, a man that came from abroad, because he entered later while he had to go to the police station to state his visit.
Exactly, yeah.
I hope you had that story.
I had the story.
It is still ongoing to today. Only the one they report is the one we're going to see. If the family find out.
Yeah.
I know some people who have gone back to Nigeria, they just told their parents that are coming back, and on reaching Nigeria, nobody had anything about them anymore till today. There are many sort of reports.
A lot of them. Let them not see you that you are having money. Let them not see you that there is money and the money is smelling. They know where it is. That is the end of that person. Nigeria is a criminal country, a terrorist to the highest. That is why we are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that we carve ourselves out of that enclave of death.
Exactly.
Thank you, my brother. Continue.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. So, fellow Biafrans that are watching, it is important that you pay attention as we are going into the next direction. Our COS is going to have a Twitter program on, I think it's going to be tomorrow. Let me see. It's going to be tomorrow. So everyone should try as much as possible to be part of that program. She's going to be on X to make some clarifications and put some issues straight. So everyone should try as much as possible to join on that program. It is going to be coming up on the X. It will be 7 p.m. Biafra time. 7 p.m. Biafra time, 19th December. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafra time. Our COS is going to be live. So everyone of us will try as much as possible to be part of the program. Don't say you're going to be absent. It is important for you to be able to do the roadmap to Biafra recognition. Roadmap to Biafra recognition, because we are moving forward. There is no need to waste time. Some of you who know our Prime Minister know that he's not somebody who wastes his time unnecessarily. He doesn't waste his time. Our Prime Minister doesn't have any time to waste. It is we that are slowing down, and he tried to slow up for us to catch up. But for him, he's ever ready to go ahead and move and move and move. So we have to run as fast as we can. And all these things you are seeing have been put in place by our Prime Minister. Just as the COS have said in the video, I always play that every structure has been put in place from beginning to the end. And we will follow it up and make sure that the right is being done. And as we speak, more revelations are coming as they continue to push their lies and propaganda. They have been accusing our Prime Minister being responsible for insecurity in Biafra land, being responsible. But today, the insecurity have even increased to the highest level. The insecurity is even worse than it is before. The zoo terrorists are now doing their bidding. The governors now have a free ride and do whatever they like. And I would like to play one of the confessions that is coming from somebody who visited Anambra State recently. And the guy spoke about the situation on the ground and how the governor is training criminals, using it to oppress his own people. Let's hear the music.
Terrorist state in Nigeria. Anambra people are the most terrorized people in Nigeria. After my mother's burial, I decided to stick around for a while so that I will be able to move around the state and see things myself. And all I can say is that Anambra is in the state of anyhowness, the state of absolute madness. The state is in a total mess, and the government seems helplessly confused, or it just lacked the willingness to tackle the insecurity situation in Anambra State. Everybody in the state is scared. In a normal society, people would leave vacation early because they did not go with car. But in Anambra State, people would leave occasion early, very early, because they attended that occasion with car. You cannot drive around Anambra State with a relaxed mind. You must be careful of the car coming behind you and the one in front of you. You must not allow the one behind you to pass you. Nobody knows who is who. Everybody is suspecting everybody. The most dangerous thing to do right now is to drive a relatively clean car in Anambra State. The state is in a total mess. There is a total collapse of security in Anambra State. And the craziest thing is you cannot distinguish between security men and the kidnappers, because intermittently you see Sienna bus, SUV or commercial buses with armed men, masked armed men with their face covered, looking very scary. You wouldn't know if they are security men. You wouldn't know if they are kidnappers.
They are.
So you are not relaxed. Anambra State is in a total mess. Soludo is grossly incompetent as far as security is concerned.
As simple as that.
He is focusing his attention in only 2 local governments, Aguata and Oka. Other local governments are at the mercy of kidnappers and the Ndiakodo. There are some group of touts they call Ndiakodo in Anambra State. And they are empowered by a professor.
Are you hearing that? He created another one, not AVG this time around, though. Ndiakodo. Ndiakodo, you are listening. So all the kidnappers in Anambra State, Soludo is the one sponsoring and training them. You are hearing it now.
Anambra State. And they are empowered by a professor to be assaulting, molesting, intimidating people for whatever reason. Once you are on kidnappers and the Ndiakodo, there are some group of touts. Other local governments are at the mercy of kidnappers and the Ndiakodo. There are some group of touts they call Ndiakodo in Anambra State. And they are empowered by a professor to be assaulting, molesting, intimidating people for whatever reason. Once you are on dread, they will cut off that dread and deal with you, beat you mercilessly, lock you up. They will nearly kill you for having tattoo, not for committing any crime. Instead of addressing the security challenges we are having in the state, Soludo unleashed Ndiakodo on our people, on our youth. This is not governance. What Soludo is giving to Anambra is not governance. And I hope Anambra will speak in the next election.
You have heard from this brother. Every one of you have heard from this brother. So, it is what it is. This is the situation in Anambra State. But they will come and they will blame Mazi Simon Ekpa. Today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not around. They are creating Ndakodo to intimidate and destroy the life of the people. And this is what the Nigerian government is sponsoring. That is how they choose people who run their criminal company for them. This is how they choose people that run their criminal company for them. Soludo is there running their criminal company in Anambra State. Hope Uzodinjo is in Imo State running their criminal company. Mba is in Enugu State doing his own. The other one is in Ebonyi State doing his own. And all these people, none of them is elected. None of them. But the good thing is that we are no longer in the contraption called Nigeria. The good thing is that we are no longer there. Even though it's going to take some little time, but the good thing is that we are no longer there. The redeclaration of the United States of Biafra has been done. And it stands. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody does. Their propaganda and blackmail will never ever stop us from doing what we have to do to see that we exit that contraption called the Zoological Republic. Every Biafran must be strong. We must focus on the things that matters. We must not relent in our effort. We must pay attention to every information coming from the office of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa that is today under the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the COS. We must not allow the propaganda of the enemies to overtake us. Wherever you are as a Biafran, always remember that you have a responsibility and you have a nation to protect. Always remember that you are no longer in the zoo. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that. Always remember that you're no longer in the zoo. I have always advertised the platform that you must follow. If you are not on X, make sure you are on X. And when you get to X, follow the platform of the government, United States of Biafra government. This is the platform. You can see the platform on the screen. This is the platform you must follow. Go to X, Twitter, X, you go there, you will see United States of Biafra, verified account. You will see it is verified. That is the account you must follow. Any information you see here is authentic. Anything you did not see here, it doesn't exist. Ignore it and walk away. Don't waste your time. Begin to listen to unnecessary informations. Do not waste your time. It is important you know where to go and get the right information. The United States of Biafra government. Once you enter there, anything you see here is authentic. You scroll up. United States of Biafra. This is the meeting I just played now. This meeting is coming up tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafran time. Every one of us must connect. Thursday, 7 p.m. Biafran time. When you join the program, you can ask your questions. We are going to be there. Those who said, I am no longer coming to, I don't come to X when our Prime Minister is there. I come to X anytime I am available. If it suits my own time, I will always be there. But it is not necessary that I must speak. It is not necessary that I must speak because there are people who has the duty to speak. The reason why our Prime Minister comes online on X is to answer questions. It is not for a meeting of it. And most times we have even discussed inside that we should allow people, outsiders, to ask questions. There is no need. I don't come to the program to advertise myself. Never. I do not seek for advertisement for anywhere. I don't come anywhere for advertisement. So many of them, they advertise themselves. No, I don't. I don't advertise myself. Every single platform I am using today to promote Biafra, I built it myself based on credible information and passing the right word. That is how I build my platform. And I will continue to do so. I don't care who you are. I don't care your position you occupy. It is about the United States of Biafra and following the rule of law. Okay. As structured by the government. The government of Mazi Simon Ekpa is the government we have today. The government of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is the government that is running. Just like you have the government of Tinubu, you had the government of Buhari, you had the government of Donald Trump, you had the government of Biden, you have other governments, anybody, it is their government, and they select a cabinet to work with them. If you are not perfect and you're not ready to be submissive to them, they'll take you out and bring somebody who is ready to work. It is not just common with our own government, even though we have not fully established. And if you're expecting democracy, whatever, we have not yet fully restored Biafra on the ground where you practice democracy. And even when you restore on the ground, there are certain things that must be done. A cabinet of the president can decide to sack you when you are not effective. When you have nothing to offer, when you decide to become a problem, you don't want to be obedient. You are sabotaging the government. The government is going to kick you out. If you don't want to be kicked out and you don't like the government, what you have to do is to tender your resignation. Tender your resignation. You don't like the person in power. You don't like because she's female. You don't like the color of her hair. You don't like because she's poor or she's rich. You don't like the area she comes from. Tender your resignation. When the person you love comes, you can now apply. If there is a space, you can stay serve. That is what sensible people do, not blackmailing and attacking. I am not doing anything I'm doing because of anybody called me or anybody spoke to me. I am doing what I'm doing based on the truth and the fact I have within myself. Working with my conscience. Every single word I speak, nobody gives me instruction on what to say. Nobody gives me instruction on what to say. The informations I'm passing here are the things that are in public. The only difference is that some of us are not paying attention to these informations. That is why we have to take those information and break it into pieces for understanding. It is no secret. All we are trying to do is to give you a room for understanding. And by the special grace of God, any day I have time on Twitter Space, if I have time, if it's a free time, I will come there. I can even host a Twitter Space. I can host it. They should know that I have never hosted a Twitter Space. I never did that. It is not a rocket science. If I host it, people will come. I know what to say. I have the words in me. But I have not hosted a Twitter Space. Even one day I did it. I have not. Because I cannot put all my fingers in my mouth, jack of all trade and master of none. And I have some other things to do. I have some other things to do. There is time for everything. When it is time for whatever I have to do, I will discharge my duty accordingly. Those ones I know I can do. Once it is in my office and I'm given the responsibility to do it, I will do the job. As long as I can, I will. So try and be on this one-on-one with the Deputy Prime Minister, COS, interim, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Be there 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7 p.m. tomorrow. Be there so that you can hear first-hand information. Don't wait for somebody to come and interpret for you. Be there. So these are the updates that are on Biafra Republic government, Biafra government, United States of Biafra. Sorry. These are the updates that are in the United States of Biafra platform. United States of Biafra. Sorry, this is United States of Biafra. You know, it is with time that we're going to, sometimes we make mistakes and we say different things. I am talking about the United States of Biafra government. This is the update you can see on that platform. And also another platform you must follow over. Let's finish this first, then before we can go to the next one. The United States of Biafra. That is it. These are the updates we have there. The meeting that is coming up tomorrow. And this is the platform of the COS. This is another place you can get authentic information. Go to X, you will see Ngozi Orabueze, Chief of Staff. You can be able, scroll up and you will see authentic information. Anything you see here is authentic. This is the Chief of Staff. The program that is coming up tomorrow, you see it here also. And it's written. Tuesday, December 17, 2024. Breaking. Roadmap to Biafra recognition. The Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, will be live on air on December 19, 2024 to outline the roadmap for the recognition of the United States of Biafra. The ITPS invite all well-meaning media outlets to tune in this live program. Every media person, you have to tune in. International media, local media, those who are concerned, who want to hear facts, not the liars, not those ones who are peddling lies. The Zoom media, they always prefer lies, now they won't be there. So that's the information. This is the next information that is there. Is about our fundraising. The fundraising, as you can see, breaking. Please join USP, the United States of Biafra. Briggy de facto is inviting you to a scheduled fundraising. This is fundraising, Saturday fundraising. So our fundraising is going to hold on Saturday. It's already posted. All you need to do is to follow the link and you join the fundraising. It's already posted. These are updates you can find on Biafra platform. The second one here says, removal of Arizona administrator. Greeting. Great Biafrans. This is to inform Biafrans, especially those in Arizona, USA, that Chukwukelo Lawrence, our Israel, the USB Briggy Arizona representative, has been relieved of his position. This decision was taken after careful consideration of the role he is playing towards the final restoration of our new nation under His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. A new administrator will be announced momentarily. So these are places where you can get information. So you will say, oh, you were not told. This is another update that you must be aware of. It says, this Twitter handle does not represent the United States of Biafra. Briggy / de facto. Any information from this handle is not from the USB Briggy de facto government. Thanks, COS. You can see the platform. You see platform they wrote there, ROS. This platform does not represent the government of Biafra. And it is interesting because some of us In the past, individuals can open a platform to work for the government. That is what's transpired. Individuals are allowed to open a platform to work for the government. But when they are retrieved of their duty, what they are doing today is to use those platforms for blackmail against the government. They refuse to hand over the platforms. That is what is happening today. You will see many platforms today where they are doing Twitter, where they are doing their X, where they are telling so many lies and pushing propaganda. These platforms, we are supposed to be serving Biafrans. And now that those people have been relieved of their duty, they are supposed to hand over these platforms to the government of Biafra, but they have refused. Instead of handing over this platform, most of them are using it for blackmail. You must be very careful where you are paying attention to. That is why the only platform today that is legitimate is the United States of Biafra platform, verified account, or Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Chief of Staff, own platform. You're going to see it verified. You see her picture there. These are the platforms you can work. So this platform you are seeing here, ROS, does not represent the United States of Biafra government, nor the de facto. It does not. So it doesn't matter the information you are getting there. They are making you happy, impressing you. It does not stand for the government. This is another one. This one called himself, they call himself Defense Headquarter Biafra Liberation Forces. Verified. Defense Headquarter Biafra Liberation Office. You can see the Deputy Prime Minister have said, breaking, this Twitter handle does not represent and is not approved by the Defense Department of the United States of Biafra. Briggy stroke de facto. The official logo of the USB Briggy Defense will soon be released. Please disregard any information emanating from this handle, as it is not from the United States of Biafra government. Look at the handle. Look at it very well. So you say you are not true. This handle, any place you see this handle on X, it does not represent the United States of Biafra. Disregard information that is coming from there. It does not represent. When the new handle comes out, it will be advertised on the official platform of the government. Any platform today that is going to stand for the government is going to be opened by the government, not individual. It doesn't matter how popular you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter the office you occupy. It doesn't matter how long you have been in the struggle. You have no right to open any platform for the government. You can open your private and personal. This is nobody is stopping you. Open your, but any platform that is going to serve the government will be opened by the government itself, and somebody will be appointed to manage it. Because of what is happening today, wrong information, people opening accounts everywhere and dishing out informations. That has to stop in this era, and the government is taking the right step to make sure Biafrans know where to get their information. Serious sensitization is going on. Serious cleanup is going on. The Deputy Prime Minister is doing cleanup to make sure that we don't continue to wallow in deceit and confusion. And I urge every Biafrans to follow up. Pay attention to information that is coming so that you can be able to ascertain when the wrong information is coming. Very, very important. Our duty here is to bring informations to your doorstep, so you wouldn't say you did not know. We don't want people to be deceived. And I believe so many of you have seen this letter. So many of you must have seen this letter. This was the letter the Prime Minister sent to tell these people today that are fighting our COS. This was a letter. A letter. It was sent in a group chat. In a group chat formed by the lawyer of our Prime Minister. And it says that the COS should carry on. Look at it. The COS have finally, before she didn't want to release that letter, but finally it has become very, very necessary that she release that letter. That's what she did. She said, breaking. The Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, knew he was in midst of some wolves, parading themselves as Briggy cabinet members. The letter he wrote to convince the wolves that whatever they are doing in this struggle, there's someone who knows everything, and that person is the Madam, is Dr. Madam Ngozi Read attached letter from PM. The DOS cabal inside Briggy, we are not happy with Prime Minister's letter to the cabinet and the world, and they went on rampage to not only attempt to overthrow the Prime Minister, disrupt the relation in Finland, but also resort to cheap blackmail using the media, finance, and errand positions. Prime Minister gave them which I monitor. Prime Minister ensures I monitor every activity in this struggle, and these fallen angels are fully aware of that. I know so much, but talk so little. Biafra are wiser and smarter today. There is nothing in this struggle that I am not aware of. Do not be moved by their cheap gossip and manipulation. Our finances are intact and growing steadily. Our mandate account is not tied to any Islamic bank as they lie. I am not related to the MOS as they lie. I am not COS to Prime Minister as they lie. I am COS to USB, United States of Biafra, Briggy, de facto, and instituted the whole 40 states in Biafra with the PM and MOS as they do not know. I have access to all Briggy finances and angels on ground as they do not know. Our disciplined military are intact, getting the resources they need and focusing on their assignment task away from social media through the USB Defense Secretary and his team. We are the people, and our independence is being protected and maintained. We have only one United States of Biafra, Briggy, de facto, declared in Finland by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze under His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Any other group outside this leadership should be destroyed by Biafrans. They will COS. This is message from COS, and this is the message. This was the message that was delivered by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to the people today who are claiming they don't know who is supposed to be in charge. It says, "Greetings to you, dear Igbo friends." The person that is writing this thing is the lawyer of our Prime Minister, the only person that sees him and talk to him directly. I am happy to tell that just hours ago, I got to speak to Mr. Simon Ekpa in person on the phone. The first time during the captivity, he is safe, sound, and well. I ask now in person his opinion and direction of who should step in and act as his surrogate. And this is the clear answer. His clear answer was, Madam Dr. Ngozi, I wish her the best of luck and success in these turbulent times. This message was delivered to the people today that are fighting COS. They refused the message. They ignored it. They said they didn't hear, even though the order is still on the same way. But they have chosen their path. So, my fellow Biafrans, do not be distracted. Continue to focus on things that matter. And I bet you we are going to get to the promised land very, very soon. And nothing is going to stop us from being whom we are supposed to be. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that has been on this program up to this minute. I'm not going to spend much time today because I have some other issues to handle, and I'm going to be rounding up the program now as we speak. I'm going to be rounding up the program. I appreciate everyone that have participated in one way or the other. Do not be moved. Do not be distracted. If you know what you can offer in this Biafra to make it what it is, please go ahead and do that. Please go ahead and do that. If you know what you will do to see that Biafra becomes a reality, go ahead and do that. Don't wait for anybody to call you. Don't wait for anybody to praise you. Don't wait for anybody to call you on phone and tell you what to do. Apply your common sense and test every single spirit you see. You will see the truth if you are truthful. Except you are not a truthful person. If you are not a truthful person, your heart is filled with envy, jealousy, greed. You cannot be able to see the truth. It will be difficult for you to see the truth. Maybe by continuous message, preaching and speaking, you might later find the truth. But those who have a pure heart, it is not difficult for them to see the truth. Always promote Biafra wherever you go. United States of Biafra, that is where we are today. The United States of Biafra, that is where we are today. And there is no other United States of Biafra except one. Under His Excellency, Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, today being managed by the Deputy Prime Minister, COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Know that and know peace. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect every single one of us that has participated in one way or the other. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to lead us, guide us, direct us, and teach us the path that we shall go. Every shortcomings that we have had. With time, I believe, we are going to find our feet again. There is nothing that is happening today that has not happened in the past. We shall overcome. And Chukwu Okukabiyama will give us victory. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect all the Biafran people. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pray for good health for him. We pray for strength. We pray for healing. We pray for revelations for him. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Deputy Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this message. Stay blessed, and I will see you again next time.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
You must understand this. The greatest task on this very earth is to get a black man to reason like a human being. The same way, it's just like trying to keep an Igbo man away from gossip. Hey, it's impossible now. Come on, for goodness sake. How can you keep an Igbo man away from gossip? Oh no, please, give me a break. Anywhere there is gossip, you find them there. Gossip, the gossip, is sweeter than honey from Igbo. Gossip. Unverified rumors and gossip is like honey to them. That is how hard it is. Trying to remove the bottle from the mouth of a baby saboteur is as hard as trying to get a black man to reason properly.
We are going to do wonders. I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional.
It's not meant for people that, somebody will talk this and talk that and then begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there. Any day, anytime.
Prayer. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clean eye. Then I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Simon Ekpa. Not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states. Not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must.
All of us Biafrans in the Brigade Cabinet, the Frontier Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. Message. Biafra men and women hear that ugly message from those that claim they are following our Prime Minister. Meanwhile, they were planted to destroy what we are doing. And it is the task of each and every one of us here to make sure that Biafra land is a land where respect for men and women exists. Respect, equity, justice, inequality exists. That is what the United States of Biafra is going to stand for. Anybody following individuals that believe that therefore cannot talk to them, those crop of individuals do not belong to the current Biafra we are building. Nobody will bring them near. Not why some of us are here. So I'm going to get back in touch with you or give me a call in the next 24 to 48 hours. And we already have a plan in place. Our young men and women, nobody will demean you. Nobody will demean you. You all saw our attorney who confirmed our redeclaration. She's a young lady like some of you, and she knows what is playing out. She stood in Finland and declared that this generation, the next generation, can never, ever be undermined by any individual who believes because he is a man, he can undermine the woman in Biafra land. That will never happen. We will chase them so far from the leadership of this United States of Biafra. Thank you so much. And give me
Biafran itsenäisyyttä ajava nigerialaisryhmä on kokoontunut Lahteen. 5-päiväisessä tapahtumassa ryhmä on tehnyt Biafran itsenäisyysjulistuksen. Tapahtuman taustalla on lahtelainen Simon Ekpa, joka vangittiin viime kuussa epäiltynä terrorismirikoksesta. Ryhmä suunnittelee huomiseksi Lahteen isoa mielenosoitusta Ekpan vuoksi. Hämeen poliisi seuraa tapahtumia.
We gathered in Helsinki last year for the preparation to today's event. And then we chose Lati because our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, whom the Finland local authority says that he's inciting us. He's not here with us today. So we gathered here because this is a city where he lives. And we are used to Finland. They say he's inciting people. But we are fighting for our freedom. We have the right to self-determination. And that's exactly the same thing our Prime Minister is doing.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Ekpa knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans. Don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.